Hello. I'm not going to be able to wait on people to join. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me turn the camera around so you can see where I'm at and what's going on. I am at Food Line. I wanted to give an update. A lady from our church happened to be at the Shell station when I came through and gave me a ride. I want to say thank you to Sue and Ashley. I have $29.30 I'm going to use to try to buy my groceries for the month. Tonight I am going to do a live stream and I'm going to show you guys the email communication the last week of May with my worker and her response on June the 1st, and then what she's just sent me in the past few days. My question is, she acknowledges in the email that she received it, that I'm not living there, that I'm homeless, and that the only ways that I could communicate with her are by email and the NCE pass, maybe text if my phone is not off. But the bill was due in 2 days at that time we were communicating. I told her I was close to McDonald's, I would be able to get on Wi-Fi, and therefore get emails and get on NCE pass. My question is, there's like 4 different, there's text, phone call, email, NCE pass, and let's see, text, phone call, email, NCE pass, and snail mail that they can contact you by. She chose to only send me a snail mail. She didn't upload a copy, and I have proof. There's no communications from her after it's the last week of December in 2024. I called Raleigh just to ask protocols. If they're informed that you're homeless, it's supposed to be uploaded copies of anything they mail to NCE Pass within 48 hours of mailing. I say that to you guys because my understanding that I've been given is what she did was cancel them and then emergency restart, and that's why I'm prorated for the month and why it's going to take 5 to 7 business days to be on my card. Had she told them there was a miscommunication and she mailed it to an address that she was informed I no longer lived at, it would have been trouble for her. That is what I was told directly when I called Raleigh and asked a few questions. It's an automated fact finder, of course, today, but the automated gave me the answers. And I'm gonna try to go live through the laptop tonight so we can make the automated phone call again and you guys can hear what I was told and know that I'm just giving you the straight up information. Also, because of my age, I'm not required to job hunter volunteer. Sorry you guys, I'm trying to fix the umbrella so I can take it in. It's like a golf size umbrella. It's not mine, but it's very nice. The lady does not want to be on camera and be identified that's giving me the ride. She's not able to help me financially, but to take me to a grocery store to use the little bit of money that I have available will make it go way farther. And I want to say thank you to you guys because I wouldn't have food and drink. What I'm going to try to do is get like a loaf of bread and some potted meat, viney sausage, lunch meat. The little packs of tuna and stuff are on sale here at Food Line, and I have a Food Line card. And some bottled water. Those are my main goals, and I'll figure a way to make that last. With the heat, I'm trying to not cook and not waste my energy in my box. It heats up the camper, and it's really hard to get it. Also, if you guys could say a prayer, there are a lot of people in the city limits. There was some kind of power surge before the storm, and it's affected air conditioning in a lot of rent-controlled apartments in the area that have handicapped and elderly folks. So if you guys could just say a prayer for them and those that were at the nursing home. There's 90 of them from the fire that emanated from the kitchen. It's right behind our hospital. They were evacuated this past week, and it would be nice if you guys could say a prayer for them. Anyone that would like to help support the channel, I do have a wish list. I'm going to update that, but it has survival items on it currently. And reach out. That's what I've just asked people to do. I try to put items that are under $20, under $15 if possible. And in the description, you will see like the Cash App and the PayPal and the Venmo. Anybody that can help be greatly appreciated. What I have food and beverage is what I'm needing right immediate need. On the Amazon wish list, I have a light and a fan and a light combo that work off of solar power. So I would be running my charge on my box down, and I could maybe even skip a day of charging it, and still have a fan to cool by. I didn't put solar panels on for the box because they're just quite expensive, and I'm not doing that. I'm not asking nobody for that. There's tablets to purify drinking water from any source. I think like a life straw that's on there, and then a small solar powered charging box. Emergency radio that has a crank on it, as well as solar power and chargeable power. It has the weather radio for hurricane season, emergency light, and it doesn't require anything but me to crank the handle to work type thing. Like I said, if anybody has any suggestions, I'm open. At least my bathroom is now working inside the camper, which that is a blessing from the Lord. And I want to say this, just because I don't have a regular address in a home doesn't mean that I shouldn't receive police services too. When I went to walk to the store, broad daylight, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you guys, and there's a gentleman laying under that bridge that I showed y'all, that's where I-40 runs across the road, in nothing but a pair of shorts, and surrounded by beer cans. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was Keystone. I don't know of that to be any other beverage. And it was a big box. It was empty. He was trying to grab at me, and he was laying across the sidewalk under the bridge. I'm sure it's cooler there, and that's fine. I just stepped around him and kept going, spoke to him, was very polite. He tried to grab me as I walked by, and ended up following me to the gas station right past there that I was walking to, because they have a good bathroom they let me use. And a lot of times if I have a cup, they'll let me get a fountain drink for free, or ice water if nothing else, and that's a blessing. So anyway, I was going there, and thank you, Susan. I'm using your funds right now at Food Line. I got a ride from one of the ladies that was in Mama's Sunday school class. She happened to be getting gas at the Shell station and see me trying to flag down. Let me finish telling you guys this so I can go in and she doesn't think I'm being rude. I promised I wouldn't film her, but I wanted to thank y'all and tell you what happened. So I get into the Shell station. The guy followed me to the Shell station. First asking me for a lighter, then a cigarette, and then trying to give me money to buy him alcohol, and I refused. I told him I don't drink and I'm not buying it for somebody else. I'll get him a cold glass of water if he'd like it. He cussed me and walked away and said he'd be waiting when I come back through. So I went inside the store, and there's a nice young lady that bought some of my jewelry. She was wearing it, matter of fact, and I just told her about and described him. He's banned from the store because he was aggressively targeting women and forcefully getting money from them, going up to their windows, jerking their car doors open, refusing to move until they gave him at least $2, that kind of thing. He physically attacked a woman. She told me that he's under the bridge all the time and that the cops take him away every day and that they're probably tired of it. And I understand. I get that. I would be tired of it too. But I have to be unsafe. My options were to illegally cross the 5-lane highway because there's not a crosswalk, or to walk back past him. There was an NC State trooper and 3 public safety officers that passed us by. I'm standing on the side of the highway. I'm big as Ike. Y'all know I ain't no little mousy girl. And waving my arms in the air and screaming at the top of the lungs. They refused to look over. They refused to stop. We called the non-emergency number and made a report. And subsequently, it was about 9-10 minutes later, we saw about 4 officers up and down through there looking. They didn't see him, and they kept going. They didn't stop and look. There's like a metal guardrail, and the way he's laying, if you don't walk up on him, you won't know he's there. That's the scary part. Guys, honestly, thank you again, Miss Susan. I can't see what it says. I apologize. Trying to like it and stuff, but it's not letting me. But I just want anybody in the area to be aware. He's a white gentleman, approximately 6'2", weighs about 185 to 190 pounds, not very big, kind of wiry. He had on khaki shorts. They reminded me of Coach, like my basketball coach's shorts that he wore. White hair and short beard, and very inebriated. I understand they have more important things to do, but when he hurts someone, what's going to happen? Because there's a lot of people that walk from the 4 hotels right there surrounding that store to get a soda, pack of cigarettes, can of dip, bag of chips, whatever, phone card. Okay, yeah, the lady's trying to call me. If anybody would like to help, go ahead and send the information